Hey everyone, it's Sam here. I thought I would revisit the swing card. I did one probably about 3 years ago now. I'll have it popping up now if you want to go back and watch that one. It's very similar to this with a nice frame and then the pop out, but I thought with this one I would add it onto a box. It's a style that's been around a long time, so I thought it'd be nice to, maybe do a bit of a revamp on it and share it for anybody who's maybe never done this one before. This is a 6x6 size, but I'm probably going to do a bit of a mini series with this one and do some other sizes as well. I've done this as a Christmas card, but of course it will work for any occasion, and I've got my space on the back there to write my message, but you could do a double swing and have this on the back as well, so that your message panel also swings out if you want, and I explain about all that in the video. So it's nice and easy to make, so let's get started. So I'm going to be using my Bouquet Builder stamp and die set to build up the detail on the front. I'm going to use the Celebrate sentiment from my All the Sentiments, and then I wanted to say celebrate this Christmas, so I'm going to take just the this Christmas part from this stamp set. It's a very old one, but it just gives you an idea just to break up your stamps if you're trying to find that particular sentiment. So I've already gone ahead and kind of laid out all of my bits there, and I'll talk you through all those in a moment. So first of all, we'll make the back piece. So this is a piece of 10.5 by 6. Along that 10.5 side you want to score at 2.5, 5, 7.5 and 10, and then just fold those all so they're mounting folds, and you're going to add some glue on there and you're going to join it up together. And then I've got 2 pieces of red here because I'm actually going to stick them together so it's stronger. This red is from my card pack. All of the products, there's always a link below, but you want 2 pieces of 6x6, and then for the kind of pop out bit, I guess, the swing part, this is a piece of 4.25 squared, and then I've got this matte layer which is 4 inches squared, and that's what I'm going to put the Celebrate and all of the floral detail there. That's going to go on top. And then on the back for my message, you could have this same swing piece again on the back. So if you want more space and you like to, have your messages kind of in a square, then cut those twice and stick them on the back. Otherwise, you might want to just cover one of the panels, which is what I'm going to do on the back. So this is a piece of 2.25 by 5.75, and then 2 by 5.5, and I'll just write my message that way. So we'll get this one stuck down. So like I said, just run your glue all down about 1/2 inch tab. And then if you fold that one over and the tab, and then fold that side, that way you know it's all going to fold flat, and that's how it's going to be when it goes in the envelope. Give that a good burnish. Burnish all of your other score lines that go back that way as well, like so. Now I'm going to have the join facing me, because you won't see that. It just means when it is open you don't see any joins at the back there. So I'm not going to stick these two together yet because my die might not cut through both layers. So I'm just going to line them up on top of each other. You want to cut a 4.5 inch square into this. That will give you a 3/4 of an inch frame all the way around. So if you've got a die that's close to that, then great. If not, use your trimmer and just cut it so that you've got a 3/4 of an inch frame. Whether you've got dies or not, you'll be able to make this card. So I've got this one here. This is a Creative Craft Products. It's the Nested, Stitched and Pierced. So this one's got the pierced detail. So I'm just going to pop that one, because you want to measure from the cut line. Let me just double check that one there. It's a little bit under, but that will be fine. So I'm just going to sit that down over the top, pop some tape down and run that through. If it cuts through both, brilliant. I'll then just stick them together, but if not, it will leave a good enough impression underneath that I can just sit the die back over that piece and then run it through. Okay, so that has, I think, cut through both of the layers. Perfect. So now I'm just going to stick those together. You might already have a 300 heavyweight cardstock. This is a 220. It would have just been a bit too flimsy on its own, so I thought it'd be best to stick 2 together. So take this piece now, like I said, I've got my join facing me, and we're going to stick this just onto the left hand side or the right, depends which way you want yours to flip out. Now, a little tip, because the piece underneath isn't the full 6 inches, so it's 5, just pull it out 1/2 inch and just sit it so that that middle score line or join is at the 3 inch mark, and then stick this down, because you'll see that goes up to the 6 inches and you'll have 1/2 inch overhang on each side, which is what you want. So all you need to do is just add a little glue just down here. Don't go any more than like 1/4 of an inch really. I've probably gone a bit high there. So again, just keeping that down, and then I'm just going to lay this down so it lines up with the 6 inches there, all the way down and along there. So that is right, that frame now perfectly frames this piece equally. It's all stuck down like so. So now when you open this up, you'll see how that pops out, and you'll have a nice equal overhang. It'd be flush with the top and the bottom, but it's just basically getting that right there. So this is all, you know, nice and even. So then I can take this piece here, which was my 4 1/4, and I'm going to sit this inside, and it's got just a tiny little white frame. Just means that you've got that clearance, you're not going to get anything catching. You can just use the exact excess. This is the excess from here. I just trimmed it a little bit, but you can keep it the exact if you want, but you might get a little bit of scraping, a little bit of catching there. So all you want to do for this piece is just run your glue just in that section. I'm only putting a little amount, and then focus on your border. So for me, it's that white frame. Make sure I get that nice and even, and then stick that down. So now, and that goes on the opposite side. So I've stuck this on the left, and then this goes on the right. So whatever, so if you do this frame on the right, then you stick your middle piece on the left. And that way, when you open it, you see you get that swinging, and you can bring it right round. You can have stuff on the other side if you want, but it looks really nice just displayed like so. And then this piece is going to go on top. But before I stick that down, I want to stamp the sentiment, this bit here, this Christmas. So I need to roughly place where the celebrate is going to be, because I want to have then the foliage coming out behind that celebrate word. So I can overhang, when you go to stick things down, for me, I can overhang on the left hand side of this middle section, because when this comes up, you'll see nothing will catch. So I could have, you know, all of this overhanging this side, as long as it's still within the frame, so it goes in the envelope, but it's not going to catch on anything. And on this side, you could stick stuff on this corner or this corner of the frame, and again, it won't catch. So just play, you know, think about those things before you go to stick everything down. So I'm going to have that one can overhang a little bit like so. So I'm going to have this one. Now you can just mask off the part that you want to, you know, not include. So for me, the chilling, but I'm just going to snip it. It's easy to put them back together. It doesn't damage your stamps in any way, but that way I can really see how this is going to look. Yeah, I think I'm going to have it there. So I'm going to get that stamped, and then I'm going to stick it onto there, and then just decorate. So there is the finished card. So I've got the little holly on that side, and I've done the main focus all on the left there. So you can see when it comes out, nothing catches at all. And then I added a little faux stitch as well, using, this is my jelly roll. It's the 08 size. I've got all different sizes, but they are nice opaque pens to add in a little extra detail. And then on the back there, I've just added that panel for my place to write my message. But I think it looks really nice when it's displayed, and it's really easy for the recipient to know obviously what to do. And like I said, if you want to have a hidden message, something else on the back there, you can easily add something. So I hope you've enjoyed today's tutorial. As always, all of the products I've used will be linked in the description box below. Give the video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed today, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos, and drop me a comment too, because I do enjoy reading them. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.